Imagine waking up one morning and discovering you've been missing for 15 years, but you haven't aged a single day. Where were you? Why does the world look different? And the scariest part, what if someone or something doesn't want you to remember? This is the terrifying true story of Henry McAllister, a man who vanished in 1987, only to reappear in 2002, completely unchanged. A mystery that has puzzled investigators for years, defying all logic and explanation. Today, we dive into his chilling journey and the dark secrets that still surround his disappearance. It all began on the evening of June 12, 1987. Henry McAllister, a 32-year-old accountant, was on his way home from work. He had been feeling unwell for a few hours, so he called his wife to let her know he was stopping at a gas station. That was the last time anyone heard from him. Henry's car was found abandoned the next morning, keys still in the ignition, wallet on the passenger seat. The gas station had no security footage, and no one had seen him leave. There were no signs of foul play, no blood, no struggle, just a man who had simply disappeared. For months, police followed every lead. Searches were conducted, but nothing turned up. There were theories, but nothing concrete. Some speculated that Henry had been kidnapped, while others thought he might have run away to start a new life. But none of this explained the mystery behind his disappearance. Fast forward to April 7th, 2002, exactly 15 years later. A man walked into a police station in the same town where Henry had disappeared. He was shaking, disoriented, and seemed completely lost. When asked for his name, the man simply replied, "Henry McAllister." At first, the officers thought it was a hoax. They couldn't believe it, but when they matched his fingerprints, dental records, and other identifying features, it was undeniable. It was really him, but there was something else. Something even more terrifying. Doctors were baffled. Henry hadn't aged a single day. No wrinkles, no weight change, not even a hair out of place. It was like he had been frozen in time. Henry's wife, who had remarried in his absence, was the first to identify him. When she saw him, she fainted. To her, the man standing before her was still the husband she had lost 15 years ago. But the world had moved on. The most unsettling detail? Henry didn't remember a thing. He didn't remember disappearing, nor did he understand how so many years had passed. Henry was unable to provide any answers. All he could recall was a vague memory of feeling lightheaded at the gas station, and then nothing, as if his mind had been wiped clean. The investigation took a strange turn when doctors discovered a foreign object hidden under his skin, behind his ear. It was a small metallic object, barely visible to the naked eye. But the most bizarre part, when doctors attempted to remove it, the object disappeared. One moment it was there, and the next, it was gone, as if it had never been there at all. This strange object became the center of the investigation. Was it a tracking device? Was it something that kept him from aging? Or was it a sign of something even darker? As word of Henry's return spread, a multitude of theories emerged. Some believed it was a case of alien abduction, that Henry had been taken aboard a spaceship where time moved differently, and when he was returned, only a few hours had passed for him, but 15 years had passed on Earth. Others suggested a more sinister theory, that Henry had been involved in a government experiment, a secret project designed to manipulate time, possibly even freeze human aging, and erase memories. A few theories delved into the idea of parallel universes. What if Henry had slipped into another reality, one where time moved differently, and when he returned, it was as if nothing had changed for him, while the world outside had aged 15 years. Henry's own thoughts on the matter? He never believed in any of these theories. For him, the world was still the same. The only thing he knew for sure was that he had been lost in time. In his last interview, Henry whispered something that would haunt everyone who heard it. Henry whispering, "They told me I wasn't supposed to come back." After his final interview, Henry disappeared once more. Some believe he was taken again, this time never to be found, but no one knows for sure. Was he the victim of a dark, supernatural force? Or had he been part of something much larger? Henry McAllister was just a normal man, until he wasn't, until he became a walking paradox, a living question mark that no one could answer. But here's the real question. If this happened to him, could it happen to you? Some mysteries are meant to be solved. Others, they're meant to stay buried. What do you believe happened to Henry McAllister? Comment below. Before it's too late,